Hey, welcome back. So I have a brand new video for you today. So I've been feeling a little bit demotivated lately to go out and do photo walks, and I thought, why not challenge myself? So I'm gonna do a 1 hour photo challenge, and this is basically to get me into the right mindset again by going out and taking photos. So I will limit myself to only taking photos for 1 hour. I'll put on a timer, and the minimum criteria for me is to have just one good photo when I come back again. So let's see how it goes.
Coming in hot, the timer is set for 60 minutes and I'm standing at location 1. I'll start by dialing in my settings as I always do and take a few test shots. I actually forgot my VND filter, the 2 to 5 stop, and it's quite sunny and bright today, so I have to be a bit more creative with my settings. And I'm shooting in manual mode. After the settings are dialed in, I moved across the street to get a better angle of the cafe and the front, which is really interesting looking with the green color. I think the photos turned out okay, nothing really special, but happy for now, and ready to move on to the next location. There is a lot going on at this spot, and I stood at the corner to get a better overview of my surroundings and also think about the compositions for a second. There was a cafe at the left of me and a few people chilling in the sun. This one guy here already clocked me the moment I walked by with my camera, so naturally I had to take a photo of him. Also nothing special. Right in front of me there is this yellow corner building which had an interesting shadow on it, and I was trying to find an interesting composition and also looking for interesting people walking by in front of it. Out of the many photos I took, this photo is the only interesting one as a silhouette. I think I've done better. At this point I'm really not feeling the mojo and considering calling it a day. But I decided to try to go down the street and see if there was something else interesting going on. As I was walking down the street, I saw this really interesting light and shadow situation going on at the end of the street. Instantly, this guy on the bike rushed past me and with the blue car perfectly passing by at the same time. I wasn't ready, but because of my muscle memory, I just reacted and snapped a few good shots. The photos turned out great, and from this point on, I was super motivated and hung around for other angles and perspectives using the light and shadow. After standing there for 10 minutes, these two young guys approached me to take a photo of them. This was just perfect as I had a specific composition and type of photo in mind. The photos turned out equally great and I felt super pumped and excited about this being a great photo walk. Already 2 bangers in. I get approached more and more when I'm out on the streets. The photos are more street portraits, but good nevertheless. Feeling great and excited, I headed towards the popular church in Copenhagen. I've been here before and instantly saw this great composition, but unfortunately it was so crowded with people going into the church that I couldn't get a decent shot. I ended up spending a lot of time on this one composition before moving on to the next one I had in mind. With a bit of patience, I ended up with better results. I used the pillars to frame my shots of people coming out of the church and playing with the shadows that was occurring naturally. Moving on to the next location, which is the backside of the church and also a university area in the old Copenhagen downtown. The architecture here is beautiful. I immediately saw this woman sitting on a bench with this really nice shadow around her. Generally, the shadow cast on the buildings is perfect for silhouette photos. Moving further into downtown Copenhagen, I saw this side street where a bit of light and shadow contrast was going on. After a few tries, I moved on as this main walking street was very busy to get a decent shot, and I wasn't really feeling it. Sometimes you gotta try out an idea. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. As I'm walking around super inspired and motivated and generally feeling really good, I saw this guy standing in the corner in a great waiter's uniform smoking a cigarette, with the light perfectly hitting him from the side. I decided to approach him for a photo, which I never do by the way. He politely declined and I moved on. When somebody says no, move on. With only 10 minutes left of my 1-hour photo challenge, I spotted this lady sitting perfectly in the sun. Because I had the 85mm, I could stand a bit further away to take a photo of her more discreetly. Really happy about this one. To sum up my 1-hour photo challenge, I'd say it's been a great success for me, as I got more than one good photo, and most importantly, I feel like my mojo is back. I felt really motivated after the first 2 great photos, the guy in the blue with the blue car, and again with the 2 guys approaching me for a photo. It sparked something. I didn't really have any expectations when I went out with my camera, and it might have done the trick. Time boxing technique can really help if you feel demotivated, so go out there and try it for yourself and see what happens. If you're interested in perhaps getting started with street photography, I have a video with 8 essential tips for you. Check it out in the playlist. Take care and see you in the next one.